Alright, so I figure while I'm grinding here, there's a couple of things I could probably talk about. Um, both about this version of the game, which y'all are going to get tired of hearing me say that, but it, it almost becomes necessary because you can interchangeably reference the games, but changes were made. So it's important to sort of stipulate which version of the game you're talking about. So I probably abbreviate that to NES Origins and Anniversary. For the sake of brevity, I could probably refer to them in that fashion. And hopefully everybody will know what I'm talking about. Or, I mean, I guess you could say, what did I say? Dawn of Souls? Yeah. So, all I'm doing right now is still more blink and plink. Just trying to very slowly earn gold. I'll probably go ahead and pick up a couple caps for everybody here. Very slowly earn gold outside of Elfland through the method described in the first part of this video series, which was giving it the old blink and blink. Essentially, you blink 2 to 3 times. I always do it 3 times for safety's sake because each blink is 80 points of evade, so if you do it 3 times, that brings you up to 240, which should, given your natural evasion, should just go ahead and max you out. I guess you could do it 4 times if you're absolutely paranoid. But let's go ahead and get our defense up here. Such as it is. And I already got the leather gloves, right? From the other town. And then I need 4 copper armlets. That's going to be a bit of a grind. That's fine. I got to grind for experience anyway. So, I had some ideas earlier. I had some ideas regarding either Dawn of Souls or Anniversary. In that, I think it would be. Do I want? You know, I got plenty of. What am I doing? I got plenty of. I got all the cure I could ever want. I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm not used to playing this type of party. Regarding some of the changes that were made in these modern versions, I like some of them. I think in some ways they didn't go far enough. Yeah, this is probably going to be a blink and plink here. And you're just going to have to suffer through it. There's nothing else for it. Come on. Come on, get your spells off. There we go. Alright. And I just left the thing on memory for a reason. Because we're going to do it 3 times. 3 times every battle. So the first 3 rounds are always going to be blinking up. At least for battles like this. Alright, and then we start plinking. That's the strategy for this early game. And then let's see who took a hit. He took some hits. So plinkety plink, plink, plink. Eventually, I'm sure eventually these guys will get to 2 hits, but it's probably going to take a while. And this will be the strategy for the wizards as well. Excuse me, the Pisca demons. So, regarding some of the changes that were made to this version, obviously they fixed the spell formulas, which makes all of your magic users much more useful, but with the possible exception of the fighter, who doesn't really gain enough by weight. But that's a lie. I actually think the fighter, if you level 99, I think he actually gets enough intelligence to actually make any white magic he casts, or even any black magic, item magic, perform better than they did in the NES. So in every case. But the idea I had earlier was, what if every class had a class bonus? Specifically, like, for the well, every class except the red mage, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Like, for instance, the fighter, once he gets to a certain level, starts gaining a percentage of, say, regen as sort of his class bonus, right? And then give the black mage either the same thing, except he regens MP, or, barring that, to make magic more useful, put in an osmose spell so that the black mage, and only the black mage, can absorb magic. That would essentially be his class bonus right there. Where he would either regenerate MP, or he would be able to absorb, or not absorb, to regenerate. And then I think the thief kind of sort of did get a class bonus in Anniversary and Dawn of Souls, in that he essentially starts off with incredibly high accuracy, able to do multiple attacks with his default equipment. And that's decent. I like that. They certainly made that class much more useful in this version. But one thing, I would actually kind of go you one better, because in the NES, supposedly the big bonus to the thief is like, oh, if you need to run away, the thief is your guy, right? So give the thief in this version a bonus to his run calculation. Again, you could base it on level, you could base it on his evasion or his agility. That's fine. You know, hell, you could even go so far as give him a bonus to his run a percentage based on his agility. So, say at level 1 he's got 10 agility, or 15 agility, whatever it is, then he automatically gets a 10 or 15% bonus to being able to run. So, I guess for the sake of safety, we're just gonna run around here and plink some goblins, some imps. I guess that's what we will do. Actually, we were going to go to the I do have a Dia, so we're going to go to the back to Garland's castle, run around for a bit, and see if we can find us some undead to level on. Some weak undead, that is. Yeah, I'd hate to think that I have to do a blink at this low level for this party here, but that's exactly what it looks like I'm having to do. Also, for anybody watching this, I am aware there is a bit of a stutter. I can't figure out what that is. It's not in the audio, it's in the video. I have no idea what it is. I've changed all the settings I could change. I believe it's just the fact that I'm using a temporary rig right now that just was cheap and just doesn't have that much oomph to it, because my previous rig didn't have any issues, and it was a sort of mid-range gaming rig. So I believe it's either going to be video memory or a processor in this system. It just doesn't have the oomph needed. Yeah, so we'd probably actually kind of level up quicker. Let me do a save here. Safety save. Yeah, I guess I can heal up a little bit too. Yeah, okay. So I guess we're gonna run. I'm gonna stay close to the exit, even though that's not really gonna do me any good. Well, the secret here is gonna be able to. Are we gonna be able to blink up enough, quick enough to avoid anybody getting pegged? Blink. Do it again. Did you blink? Yes. Did you blink again? Yes. Did you blink again? Yes. And again, 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 and again. I think that's it. I think we're good here. I think we can start plinking now. Let's start plinking with the big bad wolf here. The big bad gray wolf. Excuse me, the warg wolf. Alright, well, we're just going to plink our way through here. Because gold is good, gold isn't as, isn't as useful to this party in this version, at least until mid-game and later on, because, I should have just... Why didn't I just Dia? Oh, it doesn't matter. I killed him anyway, and we're gonna heal and save. Not take any chances. So, that's what's going on here. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about was well, we can just Dia these guys, can't we? Because they'll die quickly. Unfortunately, they're just not worth that much. I'm not even, well, I guess I will. We need, like, real undead, like zombies and geists, or ghasts. Alright, this will be a blink and plink. But see, the thing about playing a 4 of a kind... Oh, why did I do that? Herpa-derp. Hey, it generated a number, at least. Blink, 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 and blink. See, they're still hitting me. Alright, I think we can start plinking away now. Actually, we will cure up our guy that took some hits here. So the thing about playing a 4, I keep digressing. Playing 4 of a kind, it amplifies the weakness, or it amplifies the strength of that class. So you're good for white magic here, you're good for protection and evade. And some would say that playing 4 of a kind kind of sort of compensates for the weakness. I mean, I don't think that it amplifies the weakness of a party, but it doesn't necessarily completely complement for the weakness either. I mean, it might serve to reduce a party's weakness just a little bit, but probably not enough to be significant. Where are we at for... Okay, we need 36 experience for another level here. What am I doing? Magic. Let's use some of yours. Heal, 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 heal. Save. So, let's keep going. I don't think... Zombies, I believe, are the weakest undead. I don't think they paralyze. I think they're the only undead other than, I believe, the Shades and the Ghosts, which may or may not be their name in this version. Screw it. Oh, spiders. I guess we can blink. Blink and blink here. Blink. As long as it's important, as long as that... Oh, I guess we preempted there. As long as that first guy gets his blink off first. Because he's actually the most likely to take a hit. And I think I talked about it in one of the other videos, which may or may not be live. That essentially the percentages for getting hit from top to bottom are 50%, 25%, and 12.5 for the bottom two. Really? Really? 3 more experience points. I'll start heading back. Because we'll gain that level on the way. At least we seem to be faster than goblins now. Yay. Yay, we're faster than goblins. Now, I believe the white mage did actually get a... they may have left his hit points the same, but it seems to me like he actually gains better hit points in this version. or faster, I should say. Because every class will eventually max out its hit points. In this version. Alright, heal up and save. Which I think I have mostly gotten past that tendency to rely on the ends for a save. because the inn does not save your game in this version. That's gonna have to be. I probably have already found my subtitle for this video. Yeah, we're gonna make very slow progress doing it this way. So I may not subject everyone to this, because you've seen the you've seen the strategy at this point. It's blink, plink, and maybe heal, and that's it. There's nothing else to be done at this stage of the game with this party but blink and plink, unless you can find some reliable undead. The first grindable undead encounter isn't until after you get the Mystic Key, I believe. I do not believe there are any. I think the only static encounters in the Marsh Cave are, besides the wizard/Pisca demons, there's a couple of snakes. I think that's also a static encounter. I do not believe there are any static undead encounters until Astos Castle, which, again, you cannot get to until after you get the key. So we don't need to heal. Save. Let's try it again. I mean, I could probably go ahead and now that we've got, like, semi-decent hit points, I might be able to make a run at the Marsh Cave at this level. I wish I could find a big group of undead in here. Eh. Forget memory. I do that because I leave it on memory because it's faster. Well, yeah, it's faster for things like this, where you're going to be using the same spells over and over and over. Especially like Black Mage. When I do the 4 Black, I've done a test run of the 4 Black Mages, and yeah, it's once you get, you don't even have to have AOE's. You just leave memory on, and it goes so much faster because you don't have to keep menuing to select everything. It makes it much easier. Boy, 300 experience to the next level. We need to go find some better. Need to go find some better XP at this point. And let me see how close these guys are to getting. God, they're probably I think this class right here, the White Mage, actually has the lowest accuracy of all the classes. I think even the Black Mage has better accuracy than the yeah, they're getting garbage. They have garbage accuracy. I'm level 8, and they've only got, so they may gain like 1, maybe 2 points of accuracy per level. So it's going to be a while on that, which is yet another reason it might actually be a real grind to be able to take on the Lich. Because once you can get access to the Giant's gloves in this game, then you can buff your attack normally. Or indeed, once you get the what is it? I believe it was Fade in the original game. I think it's called Holy in this version, which I think damages everything. I don't think it's limited to undead like the Dia spells. It might be. I don't know. Like, I've done a couple test runs of the early game with this party, but I've never played through the whole game yet with this party. I have done a whole game playthrough with 4 fighters, 4 red wizards, 4 thieves. No class change, mind you, in this version. Well, there is class change in this version, but did I just stay, or did I wasn't even paying attention. Pay attention, McFly. Watch what you're doing! Watch the game. Eyes on the ball, kids. Keep your eyes on the ball. Sea enemies. Good for experience, I guess. Not really great on gold, unless you find some buccaneers. Yar, unless ye be finding the Buccaneers. Yar, because once again, seeing things like a pirate is bloody hilarious. At least for me. Not so much for the listener. Ye be getting flustered and bored with me antics. I be stupid now. Okay, do we have enough? Whoa! Hey, look! We've got enough gold for 1 copper amulet. Yay! Got caps. Yay! We can afford 1 copper amulet. Clothes. Keep going. Well, hey, doubles our defense, right? Gives us a little bit more evasion. Sell. Don't need that. Sell that. 4 staves. And yes, that is the plural of staff. It gives me cancer when I watch someone playing an RPG and they say staffs. It gives me cancer. We're good on hit points and magic points, so let's save. It's baby steps. That's the name of the game with this party, and almost exclusively this party, because once your black mages get AoE, you own face in this game. It speeds up remarkably, especially if you cheat and use the penis of power. The Peniscula of power. Okay, so same strategy. Alright, we got some boss music going here. I'm gonna try not to reference the music because it just bugs the hell out of me when other streamers do that. Like, they have some music playing. I have a lot of weird little things that just bug the hell out of me. Like streamers that play these old games and constantly apologize. Oh, I'm sorry for the grinding, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Shut up! Shut up! Stop apologizing! Like, first of all, if they don't like what you're doing, there's other people and other games they can go watch. You know, go back to Call. That's what I say to them, especially these twitchy millennials. I say, go back to Call of Dude, bro. It's like, you know, it's turn-based, it takes too long. Well, go back to Mass Effect. Go back to Assassin's Creed. Go back to some of these crappy The Witcher. God, I hate Western. I absolutely despise what Western RPGs have become. Which is this one guy, this is how I refer to it. One guy running aroundy hacky slashy. That's every single freaking RPG that comes out these days. They do not make games like this anymore, and the most common thing I hear, oh, that's just technology. The technology. In this version. Alright, we just blinked and plinked our way through some. We got okay gold for that. See? And that's the way this party is going to be. Until we can grind up some levels, get some slightly better weapons. This is going to be the method here. Blink, plank. At least at this point in the game, there's not any magic users. There are enemies that can poison you, but I do not believe there are any enemies that do any castable magic. Nor, what's the word? Special effects that have, like, special attacks that are AoEs. I think some monsters have, like the odd eyes can paralyze you. I think... Let me think for a second. I believe that's it. I believe every enemy up to this point, even in the Marsh Cave, I think they're all strictly melee enemies. I don't think you actually encounter any spellcasters until you get to the Earth Cave. That could be that could be entirely apocryphal. I could be imagining that. I could be making that up. Or I could be accidentally imagining that I'm making that up. So early game, this party at least benefits from the ability to raise its evade. Unfortunately, its severe lack of damage dealing capability is a hindrance. And you end up doing this. You end up just grinding your face off to get both your level up. Were we going to try... Well, jeez, I need, let's see, where am I at on antidotes? Probably have enough antidotes to make a run at the cave. I want to gain another level, so I get a little bit more hit points, a little bit more MP before I make a run at the, because we are going to have to blink. Blink, I don't think it uses a lot of... What is it telling me? Oh, see, all of these... Okay, so I guess all of these level 1 spells are all 3 MP, so yeah. Yeah, I'd like to have a decent number of casts of these, so... And I wasn't paying attention. Blink. 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 I'm going to turn up my volume just a little bit here. Because I like listening to the music. I know sometimes it bleeds through on the microphone and it's kind of a pain in the ass. Blink. Blink, blink, blink. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. Gotta make sure you dodge these ogres, because they do hit pretty hard. I was gonna go ahead and attack. Attack, attack, attack. It's quicker to just use the memory and just switch from the spell to the attack than it is to have to keep menuing through. Let's do a little, where are we at on MP? You've got the most MP, so let's use you for healing. I think we're good. Alright. Save. Alright, let's see how March... We've probably got a ways to go. 72. That's probably about 2 more battles. Maybe 3. Depending on what we get. And I'll just hit these. Oh, jeez. Are you kidding? Really? Oh, my... Did you see that? Oh, that was pathetic. Just keep going. That's just absolutely pathetic. It's sad when the enemy can do more damage to me than I can do to them. This is like a beginning of the game enemy, like the tarantula is like in the 3rd... I believe those start popping up in the 2nd or 3rd land block you visit. When I say land block, everybody knows that the encounters in this game are essentially divided into 256 by... Well, no, not 256. I think it's 16 by 16 grid, or maybe it's a 32 by 32 grid of the overworld. Is essentially how the encounters are divided up. Hey, I can stay at the inn and I can afford another bracelet. Wooty Macwoot. Okay, come on. Alright, bracelet number 2. Or excuse me, an armlet. Yep, okay, so a little defense. A little more defense, a little more evade. Every little bit counts. And this game, the way this game functions, the damage formula is it is straight absorb. So let's say that those creeps right there, excuse me, the Gigasworm, 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 whatever you... Gigas! Whatever you want to, however you want to say it. Say they do 10 to 20 points of damage. Well, they do their damage calculation. Say he rolls a 12 for his damage. Then essentially my physical defense becomes an absorb. So say he rolls 12, my absorb is 6. So I'm going to take 6 points of damage from his damage roll. You know, that's if he hits me. Obviously, an evade is calculated the same way. Their accuracy is calculated against your evasion. And I believe it's done just like a dice roll. It's a little premature for the victory fanfare, but okay. We'll get there. After this last blink, we're going to start plinking. And they can't do anything to us. And there we go. Now it's just a case of hurry up and wait! Don't attack the ogre. Get rid of the other damn worm first. There you go. Pay attention. Pay attention, McFly! Dee-dee-dee. Hey, we are... Alright, we went ahead and got that level. Where are we at on gold? 238. I don't I'll save. I don't really need to stay at the end just yet. Level 9. Actually, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and grab some more antidotes, because that's probably what we're going to need the most of. Yeah, I want to leave myself enough money to stay at the inn before we go. This inn is so damn expensive. It's actually better. You're actually better off grinding for gold elsewhere because of the damn inn here. You're probably better off like grinding on the ocean and going to the inn at Corneria. Yeah, I need to stay at the inn. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to run at the Marsh Cave. And we're at level 9. So we're going to give it a shot. Saved, got my potions, got my equipment. And I would have liked to have had the rest of my guys... yeah, I'm not going to waste... I'm not going to waste magic casting blink here. We're just going to bash our way through here. Ah, we already got poisoned. Wow, right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, we're already poisoned. Pathetic. 138 gold. Man, these encounters. Two blinks should be enough for this gaggle, and then we start blinking away here. Hey, we finally got a crit. I think that's the first crit I've seen in this game, at least that I've been paying attention to. Yeah, we're basically just gonna have to save scum. There's nothing else for it. There is nothing else for it at this point. We're still just incredibly squishy. So, blink. I wish he'd have got his blink off first. I wouldn't have taken any damage there. As we can start. Let's see if we can start plinking after 2 blinks with these ogres. Try and save a little bit of MP here. They seem to keep missing us. It's pathetic that I could barely do 10 points of damage. Level up. Not quite. I could do some amount of gold there. You know, I hate to do this. I think we're gonna have to head back to town. Because I want to restock. Hey, there's a battle we can easily pwn face in. Because we have a Dia. No, we need to get the second one off. I wish I had more Dias at this point, but I'd rather have Blink and Protect. A new Dia again. And hopefully he doesn't get paralyzed. That should take him out. Alright, yeah, those things do give a decent amount of gold. I like that. Make sure I'm not poisoned. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and stay at the end. Well, I would say we almost made it to the Marsh Cave, but we didn't. We didn't even almost make it to the Marsh Cave before I felt like I needed to come back and I guess we'll go ahead and get another one of these while we're here. So, and we just need one more. One more of those and we're golden. I'm gonna grab a couple more antidotes. Stayed at the inn. Might as well just stock up. So let's go. Let's try it again. Save. We got a little bit more defense. And yes, I realize these battles are taking a long time, and you're probably saying, oh, you're wasting too much time casting Blink. Not really. I mean, because I guarantee if I tried to fight this battle without casting Blink... Actually, you know what? Proof of concept, right? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. So let's put down a save state. I think I'm gonna try to correct myself. And let's just melee it up, right? Let's just do what we do with fighters and just button mash. And see what happens. So the question becomes is, will we spend more magic in curing after this battle, or even having to revive somebody, right? You know, every time I take these, every time I take this track out, it somehow worms its way back in. It's like a MIDI that's messed up or something. I don't know what it is. Back in the day, before people did all these rips of the video game music, save that. You skipped. Yeah, okay. Alright. Back to the game. Sorry about that. Some crappy MIDI that just never... I don't know if it was put together wrong or my computer doesn't like it. I have no idea. Now, see, this is a battle. Ooh, I didn't heal up because I'm an idiot. So I'm going to flee. And it's not going to let me run. Oh, it'll just barely let me run. I need to heal up. I wasn't even paying attention after that last battle. Save. So, for my money, I mean, I still end up having to use a whole bunch of cures after that. So I actually think 2 blinks per character and then meleeing is I think I'm coming out plus... Oh, what am I doing? I think I'm coming out on the plus side, MP-wise. Because you're either gonna spend all your MP healing after battle, or you're going to spend your MP in battle casting Blink. And you might potentially, if you don't cast Blink, you may potentially end up having to revive somebody. Which, again, at this point, we don't even have... I don't even have level 2 or level 3. I should have level 2 and level 3 spells. I don't have any of that right now. Because I've been trying to get these guys' defense up, you know? One more Blink for everybody. And then we should just be able to cut through these guys pretty easy. They take about 2 hits at this point. Hey, another level. That'll come in useful. Heal up. This is basically where we're at this point. I don't even have... I got 400 gold, so... Like, level 2 spells are 250. You will spend a lot of money with this party trying to get a magic. And then I think the level 3 spells are 1,000. I probably can't even use level 3s yet. I'm only level 10. I think you have to be at least... I think the level break for level 3 is either 11 or 14. I think. Not entirely certain. We'll just heal through this guy. Unless he gets close to killing us. Because see, the plus side to having 4 characters as opposed to a solo run is at least the damage is distributed, as opposed to one character taking all of the hits. I am good, you know, unless I start running from stuff, which I don't think I can run very well. I'm not going to run from this because I can kill these guys. That kitty's gay. And they are decent, experience in gold at this point. I might as well use that one potion I picked up. Okay, we're here at the Marsh Cave, so let's save outside and go, go, go! Run, run, run! Run, coward! Run! This is the guy's hauling ass, guy. You know, I'm gonna take these guys out with some Dia. I believe these are one of the undead that do not paralyze, because some varieties of these sort of death-looking, these reaper-looking enemies, some varieties do paralyze. I believe those ones don't. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a variety of those that do paralyze. Let's just save it up, just in case. Like I said, I hate to save scum, but unfortunately it's gonna be a necessity with this party, especially I'm only level 10. Now the challenge with the wizards, oh, this could be bad. Because, see, that you can't run from those crawlers. And they oftentimes get an attack off before you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cast a Dia to clear out the trash. Which will be those bones, the skeletons. Hopefully I'll get that off first. Yeah, okay, so that's 3 attacks I don't have to worry about right there. And then we'll go ahead and blink, blink, blink again. Get you started blinking. Damn it. That's okay. We at least got 2 off. We want to get rid of that worm first. Because our one guy that can Dia, oh, he woke up. Or he's not paralyzed anymore. So we'll have him cast Dia for that other skeleton. So while these guys plink away, I took a hit. While these guys plink away at the worm, he can plink away at the blood bones. Okay, now they can all start plinking away at the blood bones. Decent experience in gold there. So we do need to do a little healing at this point. Not the least of which reason is that we're getting very close to the... Is this the room? No. It's got to be this one. Okay, let's go ahead and... Here we go. Alright, the challenge here is going to be... How many wizards? 4. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot. I was hoping for 2 or 3, but 4 and 5 is obviously the worst, and you can have a minimum of 2, so... We need to get... Oh, God, man. They are schwacking me. I don't think it's going to do any good to cure him. Because, they hit so hard that he's only going to heal about 30 or 40. They're just going to kill me through that, even if I do heal. So it's better to blink. Ah, damn, they got one. Damn it. I was hoping to keep everybody's MP, or not everybody's MP, everybody's experience together. I'm gonna blink again. Just make absolutely certain. Like if they hit me now. So now all we can do now is start plinking. And then I have to use one of these guys to heal up. In case we take any more hits, which we shouldn't. I believe the hit calculation in this version, I believe they fixed the crit calc to where it calculates a hit first before it calculates critical. Because in the original game, a crit it was done essentially in the style of D&D, where a crit was automatically a hit. Attack, magic, cure. Yeah, just cure him again. We're gonna have one guy fall behind. That sucks. I have no way to revive him. Heal him up. See, now we're missing. We're just barely hitting these guys. I may have to level to kill these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna heal back up. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, this is... we're gonna have to get some crits. It's about the only way we're gonna be able to kill these guys. Now, they're gonna miss us. I believe we blink 3 times, or we blink 3 times. So we're just gonna have to... We're just gonna plink away. That's all we can do. That's one. They can't hit us, but we can barely hit them. Yeah, I believe, for me, this equates to proof of concept. I wanted to prove to myself that the, because these guys crit often and hard. The fact that they're missing me tells me that the hit calculation is done before the critical calculation. Because there's no way that they have not scored a crit. Because they have a very high critical rate. I don't know exactly what it is. It's the kind of thing where you have to look into the game's code, and I don't know, but I know it's up there. It is, I believe it is more than 10%, possibly 20%, maybe even upwards of 30%. It's a decent amount. So yeah, it's the way we're going to do it, which is going to put our one guy way behind, which sucks. But see, now on the plus side, Astos is going to be trivial for this party, because once you mute him and blink, he can't hit you. He can't hit you with any of his magic, and he can't hit you with any of his physical attacks. So basically, the Astos battle is going to be the exact same thing. It's just going to be me very slowly plinking away at his hit points and hoping that I believe does Astos have regen in this version? He might. Hey, we got the crown. And I'm going to just ideally flee my way out of here. That way our one guy, our dead guy, doesn't fall any further behind. No. I always do that every time. Whether or not it's worthwhile to come back here for treasure, I don't think it is. Come on, get out of the way, you damn bats. Now this we have to flee from. Hopefully these guys are decent, and I need to stay healed up. And we need to save every step of the way. You say, you're cheating, your save's coming. Whatever. Do you want to watch me play the same section of the game 8 times? Because I keep dying. No, we don't want to do any more leveling. We just want to go. Because we're going to need the gold to revive that guy. Because I can't get a life spell at this point. I don't even think I can afford a life spell, even if I could get it. At this point. Go, go, go! Come on! Aw, are you telling me I can't run from a damn snake? Come on. I hate running from stuff, man. I'm a bash 'em and smash 'em fighter type. Like anytime I play D&D, I almost always play some kind of melee character. Or at least some kind of character with some kind of melee ability. Are you telling me I can't run from this? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! 2 steps to the town. Every time, man. You watch him kill somebody else now. This damn game, man. Or excuse me. This version of the game. Okay, well, priorities, I guess. Go ahead and pick up that other copper amulet for this guy. What am I doing? Pay attention. Okay. Because I think to revive them is, I think it's 10 times their level. No, 20 times their level. And that's steep. I still think it's cheaper than Dragon Quest games. Dragon Quest games have like very steep fee for revival. I need to see if I can pick up any magic. If nothing else, I'm gonna have to have mute for Ass Toast. Is that black? Yeah, that's the black. I need to find the white. Come on. What is this? Level 3. Kira. Diara, no Blaze, heal. Heal would actually be useful at this point in the game. Diara too. So no, I need to save. Well, I got 700, and that'll leave me 700. That'll leave me enough to get a mute. But what I'd like to have more than 1 mute for Astos. Which is more important right now? I think I'm gonna just get as many mutes as I can. Heal up. I think I need to get as many mutes as I can first. Whatever. Alright. Well, I'm going to go get mute, and then I will meet you guys back at Astos. Because I need to take a bio anyway. So I will meet you back at the Northern Castle, also known as Astos Palace or whatever. And then we'll need to go get the key and all that jazz, and then we might be able to strap a rocket to our ass with this leveling. Once we can Dia the hell out of some mummies in Astos Castle. I believe that should work. So see you then.